What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is my third time doing this voiceover, so this better be it. All right, we're installing this Toto Nexus with the S7A on it and removing this Kohler egg-shaped looking thing. It's discontinued. We couldn't really repair it for the customer or do anything for it, so they went ahead and decided to move on with the new install. First off, start by turning off the water, of course. Number one, tell me how I know type of thing. At the angle stop or the shutoff valve, make sure that works first. And then you're able to start. There's screws on the right and left for these type of toilets where they're skirted. Remove those first, cut the caulking off, and then go ahead and begin. Right now, I did not bring my vacuum, so what we did is use the gel. It works, not really, you'll see why. Cutting the adhesive off of it. Right here, we're about to pull it, and we thought it's a regular toilet, but it was not. Water starts going everywhere. I didn't have shoes on. What a genius. We couldn't pull it out because there's a bunch of connections. Disconnected that stuff, and there was more connections, so we disconnected that stuff. Long story short, we got it figured out. We pulled it out. Everything worked out. Here's the bottom plate. No vacuum, as I said, so we're sponging again. And there's two anchors on the right and left. Remove those. Pulled that out, and voila, here it is. On behalf of the flange, you guys know what's up. Clean it up. Get it ready. The new one is in, the old one is in, whatever you want to say. And check this B-roll out, I'll let you have it. Oh, boys coming up in the world. Alright, so we got back inside. Homeboy's trying to act like we're unboxing it, but we have already unboxed it earlier. But hey, it is what it is. For this new toilet, it comes with a bracket. And so I'm marking everything out, or not with a bracket, it comes with a template. Mark it, and I circled them because I don't have a vacuum, as I said, so I don't lose the mark. It gets messy a little bit. Drilled them. I taped the bit so I don't drill too deep, and I'm using my drill as a hammer. You probably guys can relate, maybe. For the back screws, I over drilled them actually, so we couldn't fit the Tapcons in them. So what I had to do is cut this piece of anchor in half and then shove it in the hole, and that's kind of a trick, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. That worked out. So right here we got the new Johnny bolts, the quick adjustable ones. I love these things. You don't have to cut them or do anything to them. They're really nice, really easy to use. And we got the reinforced wax ring. Slap that on there and then tighten the Johnny bolts on. The screwdriver that I used wasn't big enough, so went with the traditional channel locks. Just be careful, don't over torque them. The back end, use the Tapcons. That worked amazing. And it's stiff. For right here, the flange, you don't have to use anything on it. I like to use dope or grease or something like that just for it. We're unboxing the actual seat, the S7 seat, and getting that bracket assembled on the toilet. This is the new toilet, by the way. It's very nice. For whatever it's worth, I probably wouldn't buy it or install it at home, to tell you the truth. It's a one-piece Nexus. It's a nice one, to be honest. Right here on the back end, there's a T that comes with the actual seat, so you can adapt to the actual flush valve and or the bidet thing. Now turn the water on. Go ahead and test it a few times. Flush it multiple times. Look at that. I don't have a tape measure. I don't know. I didn't have a tape measure. I'm using my fingers. And let's say it's out of whack. Go ahead and smack it to the left or right at the front, and you're able to adjust it. It kind of got a little bit better. Maybe the wall was off. Flush it, as I said, make sure to flush it before you go ahead and screw it or seal it at the bottom. Same kind of process with the two screws left and right since it's skirted toilet. So this is it right here. Put the lid on, and the seat is remote controlled. It does not auto flush on this one. So we mounted the bracket on the side. We used the level, but it wasn't even level when we were done with it. But hey, it's what it is. Put it on, everything is good, and we tested it. You have to purge the air out of it. Not have to, but purge the air out of it. Make sure it's working for the customer. Everything's nice. Keep your hand on the actual seat. There's a sensor, otherwise it won't work, so it doesn't splash everywhere. Sealing this was a pain in the butt. If you have a nice bead on the tile, leave it, walk away. Don't even look at it or smear it. Once you smear it, it's game over, let me tell you that. So I had to battle for about maybe 3 minutes over here and trying to scrape it left and right and left and right. You know what's up, man. This tile was hard. It's like absorbent. Anyways, this is it with all this beauty, and it's nice. I think we did a good job. You tell me what you think. Besides that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace!